For a long time, I had this notion that overthinking was just a part of being thorough. I'd research every angle, plan every step, tweak every detail. And weeks had gone by and I would have done no real work. I had to admit the truth at some point that by this overthinking, I was really just thinking about doing the work than actually doing it. And now I want to break out of that cycle of overthinking. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 habits that I'm going to be using from now on to ensure I don't overthink something and actually do the work rather than thinking about doing it. Firstly, the 24 idea rule. The 24 idea rule for me basically means that if I have a video or project idea, I have 24 hours to do something about it. This could be something simple like just writing out a couple things to actually finishing it. The reason for this lies in something called the Zeigarnik effect. It basically means that our brains like closing open loops. So if you start a task and make some progress towards it, you are going to finish it because your brain will nag you to do it. You may have experienced this when you watch a Netflix episode and leave it halfway through. Your brain keeps nagging you to watch that episode and you go back and watch it. Then you watch one more and suddenly it's 2 a.m. and you have no clue how many episodes you've watched anymore. And that's exactly what I'm going to be using this effect for to combat overthinking. In any work, whether it's creative or project work, even a messy first draft builds momentum, creates that open loop, and then your brain eventually nags you to finish it. So that's the first thing I'm going to be taking with me, the 24 idea rule. If I have any idea for a video or a project, start doing something about it. It could be something small, something large. As long as you do something, you create that open loop and then your brain subconsciously makes you want to close it. Publish at 80%. Over the past couple of years, I've realized I have to learn to let go a little. I'd focus on every single detail about every video or project. Like in a video, I'd focus on every audio track, every word, every color grade. And even though they did bring improvements, they would cost weeks of time to actually do. And a lot of projects would never actually see the light of day. And due to that, I'm implementing the 80% rule for myself. Get it to a point where it's clear, engaging, and the core message is visible and published. Now, you might be wondering, shouldn't you aim for 100%? Well, I'm not lowering the standards. Instead, I've come to realize that if you have consistent efforts, you're consistently showing up, that has much more deterrence than waiting for that completely flawless, perfect video. So that's the second thing that I'm going to do. Publish at 80%. Build tiny wins into your day. The third thing I realized was changing my focus from the big breakthroughs to tiny wins instead. Earlier, I'd set these massive goals, for example, finish editing the entire video today or finish the entire project today. And oftentimes when it didn't happen, I'd feel like I failed instead. But now I'm changing my focus to the smallest part of it that can move me forward. For example, editing a video. The first thing, just try to finish cutting up the clips in the perfect order. Then after that, the background track, then the color grade one by one. It's kind of like cleaning your room. If you ask to deep clean your entire room, you would put it off for as long as possible firstly. And secondly, if you didn't do it in one day, you'd feel like you failed. But instead, if you focus on the smallest step forward, like just cleaning your table, then your monitor, then your window, etc., you'll end up actually doing a lot more because these small wins keep you engaged and keep you moving forward. And that's what I realized as a conclusion to this part, is that those small wins remove the pressure to action and also motivate you to do even more. And 9 times out of 10, you do more than you planned. So that's the third thing I'm taking, which is moving from big dramatic breakthroughs to tiny wins and focusing on the small steps instead. Overthinking is often just fear in disguise, fear of not being perfect, fear of being wrong. But I've come to realize over time that clarity does not come from thinking more, but it actually comes from doing more in the first place. So in case you've watched it till here, I urge you to try one of these, the 24 idea rule, the 80% rule, or even implementing tiny wins into your day. In case you have any other anti-overthinking habits, comment them down below. I would love to see what habits you have as well.